Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of GMS. We're doing something a little different today. As you can probably tell, we're recording today and not streaming. Why are we doing that? Well, so we hit 50 followers on Twitch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until we hit the affiliation mark and they send us all the details and yada yada yada. It shouldn't take too terribly long. I was told about a few days or whatever. And plus, everybody's busy today, so I just decided to jump on here, see what we can do by ourselves. So we have a good spot so far. I feel like we know what we're doing. Let's see here. Let's actually go to the leaderboard here. And we are 8th place. And Wall, he caught up a lot. Holy crap. Okay, so that's scary. That just means that we're going to be pushed very quick, actually. So, anyway, besides the point. So, I don't feel like we have high hopes for this leaderboard. Why is that? Because I have some company coming out on Friday, and we got some, a trip planned for the 5th and stuff like that. So, I believe we won't have much time um, after this Friday coming up, which is going to be the 2nd. Excuse me. Anyway, so after the 2nd, it's pretty much done for me. Um, we have a few days left of the leaderboard anyway, but like I said, I'll be hanging out with Mr. Brad. He's coming up, and so on and so forth. So, with that being said, after this week, or after this coming week, I should say, leaderboard is over for me. So, we can either barely hang on or we're going to fall behind. Either one. So, I'm not real worried about it. We gave her a shot. We learned a lot how to play the game. If you haven't been watching the lives, I am going to start recording them again, or recording GMS and stuff like that again. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to share my experiences. It's gonna be fun to share what I've learned. Of course, a big thank you to Rasher Wagon. Of course, Cap Smelly Gold. He's been picking on me a lot and stuff like that. Just trying to get me to learn everything. We got a good patch of gold so far up in here, but we just got to keep on keeping on, And but it's been fun. It has. We put an absolute insane amount of number of hours on this game. I think, at the beginning of this, we were at like 381 or something like that. Well, now I'm up to 470. So put an absolute crap ton of hours on here. We're in season 7. That's because I think I had to skip about 2 seasons just to get some workers done. Um, so we did a lot of stuff, but just because you know I, I I don't feel like we're gonna win anymore, which is fine, right? So we just play this as a game, nothing too crazy. I'm not real worried about it. So, but like I said, we gave it a hell of a shot. We're still in 8th, still doing good, so everything will be fine. Let's turn that off because we don't need that on, wasting fuel. Apparently I have a bucket of dirt that I didn't do anything with. Okay, so we'll just put that there. I thought I ran everything, but clearly I didn't. Everything else has a home. What we'll do is we'll just put these where they need to be. Good. So, I know I jumped on last night just to see, how everybody was doing, and everything was doing just fine until I found that Mr. Ryan jumped up about 3,000 ounces, and that's a lot. That's a lot. So far, about 3 clean outs, we've been getting about, somewhere between 17 and I think it was like 2,600 ounces. So it's not bad. We finally figured out that we're on good gold and stuff like that. It's just trying to get yourself to play the game, really. I mean, we played a lot this season. We're only halfway through it, or, well, actually, I think we're a little bit over halfway through. So we got all that squared away. It's just we got to just got to keep pushing. I'm not giving up totally yet. Like I said, we still got till Friday, but I am, like, well, everybody's starting to pick up the paces here, so we're gonna have to think about what's gonna happen next. Being in eighth place is definitely not a great spot to be in, especially when I know that Miller he's in 10th right now. I know that he's gonna just explode here in a minute, and apparently he's been an absolute great, or a god, apparently, I've been told. So that's not good, because we know that he's going to be shooting up here soon. And then, of course, you have Wall. He's won countless leaderboards. So with all that being said, uh, it's not out of the woods yet, but it's definitely, we're almost to leave the woods. Let's just put it that way. Or at least that's how I feel so far. But I figure we'll do a clean out in a video, and maybe do like 2-3 videos of a clean out, just chit chat and do whatever, and see what happens. I need some videos. We've been streaming a lot. Like I said, if you want to catch a stream, it's on Twitch. Um, we've been really focusing on getting affiliated. We finally hit 50 followers, so thank you much to everybody that did follow. And then, of course, we have now we're just waiting for the paperwork to show up and stuff like that. I don't want to ruin my analytics and stuff, because apparently that's super easy to do. So don't want to do any of that. Of course, I hit the one speck of dirt that stops us. But anyway, don't want to ruin any analytics, so I'm just gonna take a chill pill and wait. And then once we get the documentation we need and stuff like that, then we'll be doing lives over there and then videos over here. So it's not going to be every day that we're going to be doing lives like it has been, but I haven't figured out a schedule yet. But we'll figure something out. So everybody that did follow over there and everything else, I do appreciate. Let's see, what am I doing here? Let's just park over here. Try to get this ledge out of the way. I have no idea what I was doing yesterday to make this happen, but we'll see. There we go. I don't think we're almost done. Let's see here. What are we looking like? So if we pop this up, the gold map, go to this one. It's that one. Yeah, it's got some overburden on it, so I'm not too worried about it. And of course I kill it. There we go. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, I'll just take this out. It's real close to it. Trying to be quick about it. That's the one thing I really learned is on leaderboard, everything the quickest as possible. You don't want to sit here and diddle daddle. You don't want to do anything. Like, if it's going to take you time, don't do it. It's insane. The most time that you're going to do is definitely get rid of the overburden, get all that stuff squared away. But other than that, don't worry about many things. Don't like the quickest you can put the dirt in the truck. No 180s. But I was always playing where I didn't care. Right, we were just playing the game. I was playing it the way it should be played. Not in a hurry and stuff like that. Well, leaderboard, like I said, it's a whole different creature. It is, you jump in UDW, and then, pretty much who cares about the game? You got to get as much gold as humanly possible. So it's a different breed, that is for sure. And of course, I hit the wrong way again. We have $3 million. That's from working or hiring all the workers, but we got almost 11,000 ounces of gold. So I'm not real worried about that. I think we got like maybe 2 more dump trucks to go, and that'll be a clean out. So we're hauling ass, which is good. That's the best thing. It's just we're trying to keep pace. But I know tomorrow. So tomorrow is Sunday. So I know tomorrow we're just gonna be a little busy. Of course, the wife's off, and so we gotta take care of her and do some things around the house, of course. So not real worried about much of anything. Of course, I ran it the wrong way again. Got to make some hooks and whatnot for fishing. We're going ocean fishing on the 6th? 6th. I think it's 6th. So because we're doing that, we got to make some hooks and stuff. We got a lot of hooks, but since we've been making our own, we got to get prepared for this season of ocean fishing. Since we're not on the coast, it's hard to tell what the ocean is doing when you're 100 miles away. So we got to try to be as good as humanly possible and be ready for it. So whenever we do go, we just get that all squared away and keep her going. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. Won't be streaming, and then apparently my cousin, is what she is. So my cousin, is here from California. Probably gonna go see her. She's gonna be at my mom's house, having dinner and whatnot. So get to go see them, and I guess the whole family's going there. So I guess that'll be a good like family reunion type of thing, I guess. And then after that, back to mining. Gonna be, like I said, doing lives Monday through Friday. I think Brad's leaving Friday from Alabama, coming up here. So we have, it should take him a day or two. So he's supposed to be here. He was supposed to leave or fly out on Sunday. But now, instead, things have happened. And so now he's going to be driving out here. So he's leaving Friday. So depending on how fast he wants to drive and everything else, he should be here, Saturday, maybe Sunday, somewhere in that range. So we'll have technically up to Sunday to, be on the leaderboard and whatnot. But as per usual, like I said, it doesn't much matter if we win or lose. The winner will get the top 10 will get a skin for the fell. The front end loader, that's what you're going to get. I don't ever use it, and when I did use it, it wasn't very fun. So I didn't, I'm not real worried about it, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, with all that being said, I don't really care if I win or lose. And if you're really worried about it, why did I do leaderboard in the first place? Well, I did leaderboard just to see if I could do it. I had the time to do it and everything else. So I was like, you know what, let's just do it. So I did it. And after I did it, now that I'm doing it, it's like, it's not bad. If you quit looking at the leaderboard, it's just like playing the game. It really is. But if you're racing people, there is some, like, oh, I gotta go better, or I gotta be faster than them, it is competition. But if you don't think about it as a competition, it's just like playing the game. It's not the biggest, thing in the world, but it's fun, right? So like on the live streams, we had, Rasher, we had a bunch of his guys on his server that's playing with you, and it was kind of like a podcast. If you haven't seen any of the live streams, I recommend you do. I know they're like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, don't watch all of it. I mean, if you don't want to, don't watch all of it. But what I'm saying is that, skip through a little bit, you know, because we've had some decent conversations. We've had some fights over what kind of food is what, you know, stuff like that. You know, whose food's better. I know the biggest one is what food or what bacon is better. That has been the topic forever. And the bacon is between British and American, and even Canadian if you want to throw them in the ring too. So I mean, America has the best bacon, but the British claim that ham is the best bacon. So I mean, we had many a fights over that. A lot of good times, you know. It helps with the grind of the game, and it was just a fun time. So of course, I'm gonna try to drop links to all the other guys that was in here, you know, struggling with us. And so be sure to check them out if you would. Greatly appreciate it. I know Rasher, he's on Twitch and he's on YouTube and, you know, all sorts of things. So, and then who else we got? We got Dave, of course. He was always there. He didn't much participate, but he's there. Of course, we have uh, Mr. Scotsman. He's there as well. And so, you know, things have happened, so he couldn't necessarily, you know, play leaderboard as long as the rest, but it all works. Apparently, I didn't put these where they belonged. And of course, I swapped all of that, so we'll do this then. So this is the way Rasher was saying that this is the fastest. Oh, there we go. Pick that up, move it, so we'll pick that up. Oh, there we go. Just pick all these up. Thank you much. So we'll get that swapped out. Did I have a bucket? I do have a bucket. Turn that baby on. I was going to say, that's weird. It's quiet. So there we go. So the water's still running. Everything's still good. I probably didn't change out the moss mats on here either. No, I didn't. Why did I not? That is the fantastic question. I like putting the nuggetator down here. I just feel like it's easier. They put him up on the wooden deal. I mean, you could do whatever you want, I guess. But it is what it is. There we go. But I like to do it as quickly as possible. And look, so far we're at 17 minutes. And that was a full-blown beginning of the clean out. And, you know, we're basically done. Oh, it helps if you turn that on. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. So we always have more moss mats than we need. What we're going to do is turn that baby on, get that thing running. A lot of jumping. Gotta get used to the jumps. There we go. So then we'll add that here shortly probably. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this out and just drop them over here. No big deal. Drop them over here. 57. That wasn't a whole lot, but it was something. We'll take that. Oh, take that. Thank you. So everything's running. Dirt's still running. Everything's still running. But we'll just keep on coming over here. Take 4 of these out right quick. Just chuck them off. Like I said, we've learned an absolute crap ton. Just trying to keep up, trying to get everything squared away. So humongous thanks to all the fellas that has been teaching us, truly. Especially you, Cap. If you're watching this video, especially you. Of course, Mr. Cap, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. He likes to pick on everybody. I love it. Likes to pick on everybody, but you know, he's helped out a lot. So let's get back up here. There we go. We got 2 more buckets. That one's an empty one. Oh, that one's even a lesser empty. Wait till she gets down. But look, now we're back up to 15%. We'll just run back over here and make sure all the buckets are filled up. All except that one. basically we never ever have to worry about ever having a full bucket anywhere. Did I get this one? I did. Everything's got bucket, 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 bucket. Moss mats everywhere. Okay, 16 up there I'm not worried about. Well, I guess what we could do, since we're just doing a video here, we'll take this last bucket that doesn't have anything in it. I was going to say we could, but if there's nothing in it, then I'm not worried about it. So a full clean out in so far 20 minutes. So about 22 minutes you can have a full clean out plus almost a quarter of a clean out already done. I mean, that's the speed we're talking about. I mean, that is just insane. 648.91 ounces. That is an absolute steal right there. That is fantastic. Can't say that's the most gold I've ever had, because I don't remember. What I've been doing is I've been, doing 2 or 3 clean outs out of whack. But anyway, guys, besides the point, that is how we do a clean out, or how I do the clean out. Try to do the clean out. But thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Catch you on the next one, and you all take care.